What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from Dawson Speaks TV and D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, and subscribing and sharing the videos on this channel. Much love to those who support this channel by donating. I appreciate it. All that information is in the description box underneath this video. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notifications when I drop a new video. Now, let's get into this topic. Alright, y'all, thanks for clicking on the video. I hope you all are doing well. Now, as I approach this topic with respect, I need you all to please be respectful in my comment section. Thanks. Now, Dawson Speaks TV does not discriminate on the basis of race, color, religion, gender expression, age, national origin, disability, marital status, sexual orientation, military status, or political affiliation. Now, this story comes out of Mississippi, Gulfport, Mississippi. Eddie James Shed was a husband, a father, a deacon, and head of security at his local church, Empowerment Ministry Christian Center. Deacon Eddie James Shed and his wife, Doris Allen Shed, and their family enjoyed attending their church, and they loved their church family. Deacon Shed was a loving husband and father, and he often could be seen around town assisting his wife with her catering company, D.A. Shed Catering, where their slogan is, "Taste the Love." Deacon Shed's love for his wife, family, church, and community was undeniable. However, on April 12, 2025, Deacon Shed's wife and his children's life would unfortunately change forever. On Saturday, April 12, 2025, Deacon Shed's church, Empowerment Ministries Christian Center, had their annual family Easter egg hunt at a local park. Now, according to officers, Tyron Dion Gables, 24 years old, showed up to the Easter egg hunt and got into a dispute with his baby mama. Now, Deacon Eddie James Shed and other attendees tried to de-escalate the situation. However, Tyron Dion Gables pulled out a weapon and just went off, hitting Deacon Shed and others. Deacon Shed was able to fire back, hitting Tyron Dion Gable. However, Deacon Eddie James Shed succumbed to his injuries. Now, officers were able to apprehend 24-year-old Tyron Dion Gable, and he remains under officer supervision while he's currently in the hospital recovering from his injuries. Now, when the news of this horrible tragedy spread throughout town, an outpouring of love was shown to Deacon Shed's wife, Doris Allen Shed, and his family, to which his wife, Doris, took to social media to post this about her beloved husband. Doris says, "My heart is broken into so many pieces, but I will make sure that everything will be just as my love would have wanted. He was not perfect, but his love for me was real and undeniable." Wow. Now I'm going to let you all watch this video, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary, and you all know me, I'm Dawson, and I won't hold back.
This God, hallelujah, we don't know where else to go to find our peace but you, hallelujah, but you haven't.
Through prayer, hugs, and fellowship, this church family coming together, mourning and rising up through what they say is an unimaginable loss for this congregation. First off, how are you all doing?
It's rough. It's very, very challenging. This guy, he was a part of our family. Our church, we are one big family, and so we're all grieving. As pastor, all the way down to the babies themselves.
Deacon Eddie Shed, also head of security at the ministry, jumping into action, protecting children.
I wouldn't expect nothing less from him to do something like that. Nothing less. He was just a hero.
He did a great heroic thing. But if I could go back and could change anything, I wouldn't want it to be at the cost of his life.
EMCC Pastor Greg and First Lady Irene McGee, both describing Deacon Shed as a big teddy bear with a contagious sense of humor.
He had this giggle and this smile. I saw him look serious, but I never saw him without a smile unless he was just doing his job and he was looking serious, like watching.
Deacon Shed was a person that was full of joy, always had a laugh. Whenever you were around him, you were sure going to laugh.
We will miss him, but his memory will live on here. It will live on in the heart of his church family.
In Gulfport, Austin Johnson, WLOX News Now.
All right, y'all, let's go in. But before I go in, I want to send my condolences out to the family, friends, and the church family of Deacon Eddie James Shed. I know that you all loved him immensely and that he will be missed by all of you. Now, let me say this to everyone who witnessed this horrible situation at the park. I hope that you all are getting some counseling or you have a support system. And I believe they have that at the church, especially for those young people who were there who saw this tragedy unfold. Now, while researching this story, I must admit that it really got to me, y'all. It did. That Deacon Shed is no longer here, all because he was trying to help this young lady out who was having a custody dispute with her baby daddy, Tyron Dion Gable. And let me say this. If there was that much tension between this young lady whose name is Jasmine and Tyron, maybe a trusted relative should have came to the park to pick up the baby instead of Tyron. I mean, come on, y'all. There was another way to handle this. Now, online, there are a lot of people telling their versions of what happened that day at the park. People such as Tyron's father, Tyrant Gable Sr. Now, one has the T and the other one doesn't. Now, Tyrant Gable Sr. went live and basically said that his son was defending himself because he was about to be jumped by individuals at the park. And he also said that the news station won't come and talk to him because they don't want the truth. And he posted a picture of him standing in front of his son's poster. His son, Tyron, played football. And he said during a live that the reason there's no mugshot of his son is because his son has never been in trouble with the law. And the reason there's no mugshot for this case is because Tyron was wounded at the park and he's currently in the hospital recovering.
And church people, y'all ain't telling me how it is. I was there. I was right there. He ain't have no security nothing on while y'all talking about security. I was there. I seen everything. Y'all jumped my boys. Sure did, Jazz, Erica. But check this out. Don't listen to everything you hear from what happened Saturday. I'm giving y'all the truth. I was there, facts. It didn't happen like they saying it. It didn't go down like they telling it. You understand me? My son was there to pick up his boy that he had in his arms, and she changed her mind. Understand me? WLX won't come talk to the person that was on scene to give you real true facts. My name, y'all know my name. The truth is the truth.
Now, the young lady Jasmine, who has a baby from Tyron, posted this on social media about Deacon Shed. Jasmine says, "Feels like this is my fault. We sorry. All he wanted to do was help and protect us. God, thank you for allowing us to cross paths before it was too late. You needed your angel." Now, let me say this. I know a lot of people say stuff like that. Oh, God, he needed an angel. He picked a rose from his garden. Like, I know people say that all, but when it comes to foolishness, like if somebody passed away of natural causes, then I would say, God needed an angel. But this was foolishness. God didn't need an angel. Like, that just irritates me when people say that. Nothing against Jasmine because everybody says that. But in this situation, I don't think God needed an angel. He just needed adults to act like adults and to have some common sense. That's it. Just my opinion. Now, I'm almost done, but as one of the Gulfport officers said during a news interview about this tragedy, this was something that could have been resolved with clear communication. There's that word again. Communication is the key. All of this could have been avoided. To my subscribers and listeners, if any of you out there are having a custody dispute, please try to resolve it and hold your peace and always, always have the child's best interest in mind. You all keep Deacon Shed's wife, Doris, and his family in your prayers. Be safe out there. It's a lot going on in the world, man. Be safe. Now I'm done. Get down in the comments section. Let me know what you think about this video. Please share the video with family and friends. Thumbs up the video. Until next time, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself and each other. And remember, protect your peace and protect your energy. Peace.